Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope everybody is having a fantastic day. All right, today we are going to talk about NFT Panda and weapons and the crafting of the weapons. This is a lot of people have questions around the overall crafting of the weapons within NFT Panda, so that's why I'm putting this together. I also had a lot of questions around it, so I thought this would be a good opportunity to walk through it. We're going to walk through the white papers for a few minutes, just get the basics, and then we'll switch over. And I grabbed a bunch of BAM, so we'll go ahead and craft or attempt to craft a number of weapons. All right, so let's start off with the obvious. Why would you want weapons in NFT Panda? Um, Pretty simple. Uh, right now in game, and I apologize to start off with the way they set the white papers up for this topic. It doesn't really flow the way I would think it would, so I'll be jumping around in the white papers quite a bit. But starting off with the reasons why you would want to do weapons, why you want to spend the wax to either buy them on the secondary market or the BAM to try and craft them in game is the obvious. The initial one is you get a bonus every time you go do an adventure. There's bonus BAM that go along with it. So depending on the rarity, you get more BAM. Obviously, the higher you get, the higher the BAM. The other item that goes along with it is in phase 2 when they do PvP. Uh, I think they'll have some additional benefits to having weapons on there, both from an elemental perspective and also from a damage perspective. So the initial reason is the bonus BAM, and then future uses. So the next question is, tell them a little bit more about the weapons. There's a couple different things you should know about the weapons. Is there are a number of different types, and the different types go in correlation with the actual type of panda that you have. So right here are the different types of the weapons themselves, and each different type of weapon has the 4 different elements. Um, so you'll have to try and match those up. You don't necessarily need to match. If you have a fire panda, it doesn't necessarily need to have a fire element weapon for it to work. Um, I think down the road they may have some bonuses if they do match up, so you can use get, around that. So with the PvP. But what you want to make sure is you do know, for example, an axe weapon, a priest can not use an axe weapon. So they have a little table down here at the bottom of the white papers to show you what goes with what. For example, a berserker can use a claw, sword, and axe. Warrior can use a sword, axe, and hammer, and so forth. So check out to see what kind of panda you're looking to get a weapon for, and then make sure that you get the right weapon that goes along with it. What we're going to be crafting today is I have a warrior that I want to get a weapon for, so we're going to focus on swords. So we're going to craft a few swords to see what we get coming out of that. All right, and then a couple other minor things that go along with it. The actual crafting itself. When you craft or go through the process of crafting, you need the blueprint and you need 3 shards, and this will basically the blueprint and then the 3 shards, which is the handle and so forth. And each of these costs 5 BAM in game. And then to actually do the crafting itself, it's 20 BAM that goes to the blacksmith. So it's a total of 40 BAM when you want to actually craft a weapon in game, or I should say, attempt to craft a weapon in game. Just a little tokenomics perspective. When you purchase the actual components of the weapon, that BAM goes back into the pool, back into basically back into the overall pool when you do your adventures. When you pay the 20 to the blacksmith to craft, that actually gets burned. So there's a combination of mechanics here. It's nice that there is that burning mechanic there for when you actually craft, which helps overall the value of the token. All right. When you go through the crafting process, you have that initial attempt that you have. You have a 55% chance of success. So there's a good chance that you may spend 40 BAM and it may not be successful. So be aware of that. The first couple of times I did crafting, I was not successful. So hopefully today we have better luck. And then when you do that initial crafting, you get a common. So no matter what, you'll always get that common, but you have the opportunity to upgrade into the higher rarities. For example, 2 commons will create an uncommon, 2 uncommons create a rare, and so forth, and they have to be the same weapon in order to do that combination or the upgrade. They call it upgrade in the game. So those are the basics around it. Let's go ahead and jump over to the game, and we'll walk through that. One other item I did want to mention is that once you have a weapon, you can see my 2 guys here have weapons. They do have a durability. So for basically every 20 adventures you use with that weapon, you have to fix it. And it costs a 20, oops, sorry about that. There's a 20% fee uh, of the overall rewards that you get. For example, this is an uncommon sword that I have here. It's got 35% durability left. If I want to go ahead and repair it, 20% of the overall profit from the sword is going to be 1 BAM. So it's going to cost me 1 BAM to repair the weapon. It doesn't matter if I repair it at 95% durability or 0% durability. It's always going to cost 1 BAM, so be aware of that. I usually let it go all the way down to either 5 or 0, most likely 0, if I remember. There's a few times where I forgot, but basically every 20 adventures, you need to repair your weapons. All right, so now that we're into that, as you can see, I have 60 BAM up here, or I'm sorry, 160 BAM. So we're going to be able to attempt 4 different weapons. So in order to do that, you go up here to the store, and you have to select what kind of weapon you want to craft. I am going to be crafting for this guy right here. He's a warrior, so I want to do a sword. Again, you can do a sword, axe, or a hammer for a warrior. I'm going to attempt a sword. And then I am going to go ahead and do a fire just to match the element. So let's go back over to the store here. That would be this line right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have to buy each of these items. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy 4 of each of them, just for simplicity's sakes. And you see, once you click on that coin, you get the screen. Just type up to 4, press buy. It gives you the authentication. The one thing with this is it does take a little bit of time. They say a few minutes for it to create. Basically, it's minting the NFTs. Each element here is an NFT. So if you really wanted to, you could mint them and then sell them on the secondary market. It doesn't quite make sense from this perspective. It's when you get in the crafting. See, it took a few seconds. I'm going to go ahead and do that while I'm talking with all 4. And I'm actually going to turn off the volume because I'm trying to record. Sorry about that. Volume. Go ahead through all 4. What you may be able to profit in is if you're actually successful and you do create a couple weapons here. So if we're lucky, I'm going to keep the weapons because I'm going to use them. So I'm hoping to be successful at least 2 of the 4. So I can go ahead and upgrade it to an uncommon. So let's buy the last group here, and then we'll go ahead and try our luck with crafting. Give me 1 second. It's early morning, so I'm going to grab a sip of coffee. All right. All right, so we have all the different pieces to the weapons. So now that we have that, we can just make sure by going over to our inventory. You'll see it has it here in the weapons. We have the different components. So now let's go over up here. You'll see crafting, and it's going to give you the option to craft or upgrade. We don't have anything to upgrade right now, so we're going to go ahead and craft. And we're going to select sword. And because we did the fire element, we'll select the fire element. And it's going to show that I have each of the components. It's going to cost me 20 BAM. So if I click on that, it's going to confirm. First, you need to pay the blacksmith to do the job. And it reminds you that it is a 55% chance at success. So let's go ahead and pay them. It asks you for authentication, then it's going to send the part. So there's a couple different times it goes out to the blockchain. That's why it's asking for these different agreeing. And then we wait, see if we're successful, cross your fingers. Like I said, I have not been successful in the past. So hopefully I have better luck now that we're actually creating a video and showing y'all how to do this. So we wait a minute because again, it's minting. If you actually have an NFT, it's going to mint it. So it's going through the calculation and we were successful. Thank you all for joining because you all helped me actually be successful at creating a weapon. All right, we're going to go ahead and do it 3 more times. It's pretty cool. I'm happy. I'll go ahead and send the parts over. Like I said, my goal is to get 2 successful. I'll be happy with 2. Anything above that is basically a cherry on top for me. So we'll go ahead and wait here. While we're waiting, go ahead and comment down below if you've had a chance to test out the crafting. If you have, what kind of weapons have you made? So go ahead and make those comments. Yes. All right. So you guys are giving me the luck today. I appreciate that. So we got 2 successful so far. And let's keep the luck going and go ahead and do another one. And hopefully we'll be successful again. So as I mentioned, go ahead and comment down below if you've been successful at crafting and what weapons you've created. Also want to throw a self-promoting pitch out there. We are on the race to 250 subscribers. We did a giveaway just this week at 100, and congratulations to Larry. Yes, we are crushing it. Congratulations to Larry on winning that NFT as part of the giveaway for the 100 subscribers. We will do another giveaway here at 250. So if you have not subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I absolutely appreciate it, and we'll give some more NFTs away at 250. All right, we've been lucky so far, so I'm assuming this one's going to fail unless I get super duper lucky, which would be awesome. So let's see what happens. Nice. That's it. From now on, anytime I craft weapons, I am bringing you all with me. We are going to do a video every single time. All right, so let's go over to my inventory, and you'll see I have 4 weapons here. So let's go ahead and attempt to upgrade one. I may not be able to because I think it costs money. Let's go ahead and upgrade. Let's see. Yep, I need to pay the blacksmith, and unfortunately, I don't have the BAM to do it. But this was a successful video. What I'll do is I'll go ahead. I actually was not expecting to go 4 for 4 on the crafting. So I appreciate you all providing me a little bit of luck on that. What we'll do in a future video is we'll go ahead and do some upgrades. But I hope you all benefit from this. I hope this explains what crafting is, upgrading is, and the benefits of why you're going to want weapons on your heroes. One thing I did want to check is when you upgrade. Yep, upgrade is a 55% success rate also. So be aware that every time you do anything in the crafting or upgrading, 55% chance that you could be successful, 45% chance that you could lose what you're attempting to craft. So be aware of that, especially when you get up into the legendaries and the mystic weapons. There's a good chance that you could lose what you have there. So that be aware of that, but the benefit outweighs it. So I hope you all enjoy this video. Thank you all for joining me. I hope you have a great rest of your day and great weekend. Thank you all.